Welcome back to Fasi. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Of course, keep those opinions coming through on our social media, on Twitter and Facebook. That is at Fasi. As we continue having a conversation around money and how it affects participation in politics. And before we went for the break, we're talking about whether this pay gap and all these things are not a victim blaming.
I believe we need to instill feminism in our organizations. We need to let organizations know that if you're paying a man 3 million, pay the woman 3 million.
If she skills.
But
skills.
If she asks for 2 million, is it my problem to tell her, no, the men are asking for 3 million?
No, let's have equal pay. Let's have equal pay.
I think that
even though the lady will still go for maternity leave, even though the woman will have those days when she's not well, she needs to receive the same salary like the man.
Yes, but the question I've been asking, doesn't it come down to a problem of not being able to negotiate your salary very well?
No, it's not a problem of not being able to negotiate, because why don't you say that? Why is this not being able to negotiate only affecting women? Why isn't it affecting men?
Men are aggressive.
Yeah, men are aggressive.
And we're just going to go and say
women are vulnerable. We have to accept that.
Okay.
So we have to instill feminism everywhere.
So yes, Francis.
I don't think, for instance, the company I work for,
Yeah.
I don't think there is something like that women are paid this little and then men are paid this much. I don't think that happens. I have never heard about it.
Let's be honest.
I've never heard about it. It depends on your negotiation power.
Really?
Yes. Sometimes there are standard a scale. Companies have a scale of scales of salaries, and that if you are at this level, then this is the amount of money. Whether you're a woman or you are a man, this is the amount of money that person has to earn. But at times, it also depends on your skills, on what you can offer. If a man can offer better than a woman at that particular job, why can the man earn more money? If that lady can deliver better than a man, why can that woman be paid better? So I don't think that we need to have that kind of disparities.
In all honesty, haven't you seen jobs where women have been, here in Kampala, where women have been sidelined, yet they are the better candidate, at least on paper?
Yeah.
Have you never seen it before?
It is true. These things are happening, but I don't think that's the way we should go. I'm aware that these things are happening, that sometimes women are being put aside, but I can tell you it's because maybe some of the women have not been sensitized enough to know and to demand for their rights.
I guess
you
that's
only
what
need
was
to.
saying.
You
was saying we sensitize them, we introduce feminism in the workplace.
Yeah. And also celebrate the women. Recently, I saw a magazine that had a pregnant CEO. How about we have the women in media celebrated? Like we can have a pregnant CEO on top of a magazine.
Well, but you know, I mean, we've talked about television and screen sets and what. No. And again, it comes down to like changing the mindset of the entire community.
Yeah.
Because you find that, you know, if you possibly put certain pictures on top of a magazine, then it won't sell. You know, then this and
so a pregnant woman on top of a magazine.
I don't know. At the end of the day, it comes down
in the society we are in.
At the end of the day, it comes down to business decisions. But let's go back to talking money. All right. So we have. One of the things that people talk about is, okay, other than overcoming the structural differences, the you know, disparity in earnings and the ability to own property and land, people believe that the Electoral Commission should take a stand on money in politics. And I think there's legislation that they're trying to introduce as regards that.
Yeah.
Will that help? Will that actually help the Electoral Commission say, look, you cannot spend this amount of money, or you have to declare where your money comes from and all those things? Will it help allow more women to participate?
What David is trying to say, if the Electoral Commission curbs bribery,
well, I'm trying to be politically correct.
Let's just say it curbs bribery, will it help women scale up?
When you look at the laws and rules governing parliamentary elections, it is the Parliamentary Elections Act. So you look at section 38, it's 68 years. And it says that during times of elections, all these people who are vying parliamentary posts are not meant to engage in any activities that involve splashing money. Be it putting money into circles, be it going to burials and you giving that money, be it anything. They're not meant to do that. But this has been in place and this has not been followed. So I think it has to get down to our mindset. It has to get that what the Electoral Commission now has to do, it has to sensitize people on how valuable their votes are. They should tell people that, no, you see, your vote is not worth a kilogram of sugar. Your vote is not worth this. If you vote someone wisely, this is what you're actually doing. Because all these regulations around voter loyalty, buying votes, have been in place, but nothing has been done because we still see people going on rallies and they say, Sako Yabachara stadium with this amount of money. And it is campaign time, and yet in the laws, it is not acceptable. So I think we have to get down to our people on the grassroots and tell them that this is what your vote is worth of, and therefore a kilogram of sugar cannot let you be in a situation where you have no hospital.
No,
I think that's why it gets down to structural challenges we have. We are living in a society where people are poor. We are living in a society where you find students, actually, when you look at urban areas, it's young people who mainly vote, people who are university students, and in most cases, they're people who are unemployed, people who do not have what to eat. So when such a person is attacked with 20,000, because in urban areas, you look at the voter loyalty, the money ranges between 10,000 to 20,000. And then you get to our villages in Kamuli, money can even be 2,000, 5,000. And this is what they're using to buy people's votes. Yes.
20,000?
Yeah, actually, I was looking at the SEDU report of the previous election.
That is a lot of money to the woman in the village. A
Yes.
lot of money.
But guys,
It's
money
just
is
only
money.
2,000 shillings is enough to change the vote.
Money
Money
is
is-
It's just 2,000.
That's
It's
very
just
interesting.
enough.
We'll get back to that in just a bit. But in our hot seat today, we have a lawyer and also the founder of Destiny Consult. It's a leadership training program. Dorothy Chisaka is in our hot seat today.
My name is Dorothy Chisaka, and I am a mentorship leader. Mentorship is coming alongside another person and supporting them, giving them advice, giving them feedback, and the goal is that they should become all that is in them should come forth and blossom. That's the goal of mentorship. Mentorship is about giving people time. So I bring people into my space. They come and ask questions. I give them feedback. I take them to events that I'm doing and they see what I'm doing and we converse about that. But more particularly at Destiny, we bring them into a setting where we go through curriculum that builds character, that builds skills for them. And over time, over a period usually of 12 months, we work alongside them. Okay, I can think of two. One is insecurity of the mentor, and the other is ignorance of the mentor. What do I mean by ignorance? You may just not know what to do. When somebody comes to you and says, please mentor me, you just have no idea of how that looks like. So that's a great barrier, but the other is insecurity. Insecurity is that you fear the gifting in the person asking you to mentor them, and you don't want really to enable them to come into that space where they are stronger. So insecurity is a great, great barrier to providing good mentorship to people. It is said that a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. So allow your light to shine on another person by giving them time. Do not withhold your light from another. Let the light shine on them that they can come into the space where they truly blossom.
Welcome back to Fast, the show where we make way for women to get into the political conversation. Still having a discussion on money and how it affects women onto getting into politics. Thank you for joining us on Facebook and Twitter at Fast as our hashtag. And we're just from the hot seat seeing Dorothy Chisaka. So, in a sentence or two, what are you doing as Ruth to help the next crop of leaders scale up?
As Ruth, as I've told you, I'm the former Miss Tourism, and under this we have an association that brings all of us together. And one of the activities we have in this association, one, we go to schools, we go to communities, and we speak to these women about issues that they need to do. We are doing capacity building through communities and under this association. So one of the activities we do, actually, when we usually get to these places, we empower them, we teach them how to come up with their own businesses, how to make their own money. So we are equipping them with financial literacy and entrepreneurship skills under our activities and projects. And then another thing in line with mentorship is that I'm a debater. I work with National Debate Council, and under this I have a chance to interface with very many young people. And whenever I get that chance, I surely use it very well, because I'm interested in having the new crop of leaders being the kind of leaders we really deserve to have. And then I'm also running a project on sexual harassment in Makere right now, and under this we are having capacity building classes for the girls, and this is very good for the next crop of leaders we're going to have.
Oh,
yes.
Very good work, Ruth. And how about you, Ime?
Personally, I'm Mkazipreneur all the way. We are doing a number of projects under Mkazipreneur, but we realize the biggest problem in Uganda among women entrepreneurs is money. Many cannot access loans in banks. So we are working on a project for Mkazipreneur Savings. Imagine, in Uganda we have about 120 women entrepreneurs. Imagine each of them saved 100,000 per month. How much bargaining power would our group have at the end of the month, at the end of the year? Don't be surprised when I launch Mkazipreneur Bank.
Bank.
At that rate you can.
Yeah, but basically we are using this community to help the women to scale up. Better skills, better financial literacy, better bargaining power. Basically we're using the Mkazipreneur platform to grow the women.
I would say that it's not, just like my colleagues have said, that they are doing something. I'm a practicing journalist. And I'm not about to get off the stage, because it's something that I love. It's a passion. I did not join journalism just because I wanted the money, but it is a passion that I've been doing for the last 18 years. And I will continue doing it as long as I'm still alive. When it comes to television, women think they want to be presenters. They don't want to be behind cameras. And I would encourage more women, more girls who are interested in being behind the cameras, holding the camera. I think that is where the women fear. They don't want to carry cameras.
Yeah, you encourage them to come and take that out.
There is money for them for behind the cameras.
Well, thank you so much, Francis. Thank you so much, Amy, and you know, thank you everyone who has joined us from home, and everyone who shared their thoughts on social media. Of course, I will be doing this again next week, and hopefully by you know, with the way things are going, evidently, you know, maybe by 2030, we might be on track for Project 50/50. Till next time, I'm Daudi.
And I'm Becky.
Goodbye and God bless.